إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. My respected brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's going to be hard. It's to be adjusted like this, yes. Just up a little bit, yes. Just up from here, on the bottom. Hassan. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين. والبراءة من أعدائهم أجمعين من الأولين والآخرين إلى قيام يوم الدين. My respected brothers, my respected sisters, I wish you all Kushali Mubarak, happy birth anniversary of our beloved 11th Imam Al-Hassan Al-Askari alayhi salam. On this blessed occasion, we send our heartfelt congratulations to his son, the Imam of our time, Al-Hujjat Al-Mahdi, and to all of you and all mu'mineen and mu'minat. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by the honor of this event to grant us all the tawfiq to be among those who remain firm on the path of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, and those who give aid and give nusra to our 12th Imam upon his return. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in His holy book, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإذا سمعوا اللغو أعرضوا عنه وقالوا لنا أعمالنا ولكم أعمالكم سلام عليكم لا نبتغي الجاهلين. And when they hear laghu, and I'll explain what laghu is. And when they hear laghu, they avoid it and say, our deeds belong to us and your deeds belong to you. Peace be to you, we do not seek the ignorant. One of the practices highly abhorred in Islam is the practice of laghu. The Holy Quran in several verses and the honorable hadith and many narrations have stressed the detestability of this act, laghu. What is laghu? Laghu is any saying or act that is useless, that has no benefit. Any saying or act that wastes a person's time and that harms more than it brings benefit. Laghu. Most of the times when we hear the word laghu in Arabic, or when we look at its usages, it's used to indicate vain talk. Hence, when you look at the translations of the Holy Quran, they would translate laghu as vain talk. However, vain talk is an example of laghu. Laghu is broader than just vain talk. Sometimes there are certain actions that we do and certain practices that we do that are considered laghu. Imagine someone, for example, sitting and they're just playing with their hair, with their beard, with their socks. They call this an act of laghu. It has no meaning, it's useless. In the past, if we wanted to engage in some type of laghu, some type of useless talk, you needed to congregate with someone, at least one person, if not more. And people in the old days would go to the cafe or would go to some type of gathering and start chit-chatting and exercising laghu. Now, not every congregation and not every conversation is laghu. I'm talking about specific conversations where they are useless. This is called laghu. In today's world, and by virtue of technology and social media, you no longer need to go anywhere to practice laghu. It's at the tip of your fingers. People who download, many apps, social media apps, and who search these apps or constantly surf the web and look for laghu, they will find it. And it is unfortunate that many of the content that is on social media falls under this category or this example or this concept of laghu. Yes, there is something beneficial. Yes, there are good things that are posted on social media overall. But I can tell you that a very high number of content, especially that which we are exposed to, is useless, is an example of laghu. The ideas that are promoted on social media or media in general, if we categorize them as laghu, they fall under bad ideas and not good ideas. And as Muslims and believers and followers of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, we are instructed by our Prophet and A'immah, peace and blessings be upon them, to fill our time with that which is useful and not that which is useless. Anyone or any producer of content on social media who promotes their product, they're not going to promote it and promote their talk as vain talk. They're not going to say, I'm promoting to you a bad idea. No one does that. Everyone claims that their ideas and their product is a good product. However, there are people who package their bad ideas and their bad products in a very appealing package. They dress their evil idea with a very, very appealing dress code that is appealing and that is attractive to you and me and to many people. This is the analogy I want to give here just to stress this important point, and that is not to be misled by the outer appearance of an idea. When somebody brings a very expensive perfume bottle, very, very expensive perfume bottle, and you don't know that this perfume bottle contains urine and not perfume, you wouldn't think that it's not attractive. It would be very attractive, very tempting to buy that perfume bottle, not knowing that inside that bottle there is urine. Likewise, these ideas that are packaged and promoted on social media, a lot of them may sound that they are appealing, may sound nice, may get to us, especially our respected youth. There are certain people who are famous, be it on YouTube, on Instagram, and other channels, and people watch them, and the unfortunate part is that some of our youth shape their worldviews on the basis of what these people say. And that's a very sad reality. We have to be careful that we do not take our understanding and do not shape our worldview and concepts on the basis of what some of these people who practice laghu promote. We are commanded by our Imam alayhim salam to be very careful when it comes to what we feed in our minds. The beautiful hadith that is reported and attributed to the blessed second Imam Hassan Askari Hassan al-Mujtaba alayhi salam. He says ajibtu, and ajibtu doesn't really have a very good translation. It has I'm surprised, I'm astonished, but it's still not ajibtu. Ajibtu is a very tough word. He says ajibtu, I'm astonished, surprised, amazed. Ajibtu, I am astonished at those who reflect on the food they eat, yet they do not reflect on what they allow in their minds. They keep away from their stomach what causes them harm, yet they fill their minds with that which will destroy them. Do not ever underestimate the ideas that enter your subconscious mind. Sometimes we look, watch something, read something, and think that, there's nothing harmful, and you leave. But some of these ideas, some of that poison will stick in the back of your mind, alaykum salam, and the subconscious, and create a distorted idea in your mind about everything around you. And this is something that is dangerous. With time, this piles up, and you find sooner or later, this youth who has been watching this media is now an atheist, for example. They're not going to be affected the same day they watch that video. But with time, these wrong ideas pile up and wrong messages pile up, and then at a given point, he'll be very ready and cooked and prepared to accept false ideas. Very, very dangerous. And Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam have warned us in numerous ahadith, especially for our youth, not to open our minds and allow anything in them unless we have verified that this is pure content. Some of the indicators that I will share with you, or some of the red flags that we all should look for or should be alerted when we see on media, be it that which our youngsters and youth watch or that which we watch. One of the very common indicators that this is a laghu content, useless content, content that is absolutely destructive and not beneficial, one of the indicators is the use of vulgarity. These people use indecent language. Whenever you see a blogger, a YouTuber, and they cannot form a sentence without using a bad word, there's a problem. Some people say, yeah, but this guy has some good ideas. I don't like to get into names. But sometimes our younger brothers and sisters are mesmerized by some of these well-spoken people who sometimes mix between haqq and batil. What they do is they'll tell you something that sounds nice, that sounds good, but they'll mix it with many other things that are absolutely evil. And this is where we are taken, unfortunately. I'm listening to it just to get the benefit from it. See, not everyone is qualified and has the immunity to allow this media to come in and they can filter. Not everyone has a good filtration process in their mind. Some people are prone. It's like somebody with a very, very low immune system, and you tell them, go out without any type of, precautions. They're more likely to be struck by a virus. Not everyone has this spiritual and intellectual strong immunity, especially a young person. So therefore, we cannot allow them to have full access to what is on the internet or social media. And say, they'll filter, they know the difference between right and wrong. No, they don't. No matter how much you try, the challenge is huge. And no matter how much we educate our children and our youth, there's no way that we can trust them with all this content that is out there. And sometimes some of these evil content producers would use and employ even an Islamic value just to catch you. You know how when people, fishermen or fisherwomen, people who fish, right? When they fish, what they do is they try to put something that attracts the fish so that they can hook it to their, whatever you call it, to the stick, right? The fishing pole? Yeah, you can tell I don't fish. Anyhow, so the idea is that these people, through their content, what they do is they'll throw something good, something appealing, something that may sound like it's beneficial, but with it they will include all types of evil ideas. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Holy Quran, He says, يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْخَمْرِ وَالْمَيْسِرِ قُلْ فِيهِمَا إِثْمٌ كَبِيرٌ وَمَنَافِعُ لِلنَّاسِ وَإِثْمُهُمَا أَكْبَرُ مِنْ نَفْعِهِمَا. They ask you concerning khamr, wine, and gambling. Say to them, there is great sin in both, although there is some benefits in them for the people, but their sin outweighs the benefits. From this we can extract a very important principle. Not everything that has some benefits is acceptable unless we see that the benefits outweigh the harm. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here is being objective, and Allah is always objective. He's saying that although khamr is haram, I don't like khamr, but I will tell you there is benefits in khamr. Some benefits, but these benefits are few. The harmful effects outweigh these benefits, and that's why you need to avoid this khamr. Whether you have discovered these harmful effects or not, there is harmful effects to it. So here when we come to this media content and we find that some of it may sound like it is good, but it's surrounded by all type of useless stuff, therefore we cannot consider that to be good media. Another indicator that we should look for is the absurd topics. Somebody opens their IG live, for example, and they'll talk about the most lamest thing, an absurd topic. It has nothing to do with reality. They'll sit, for example, and they'll talk about how they won this video game. Something that is absolutely irrelevant, something that is absolutely useless. Time is precious. I can't allow this hour of my time to go like this. This is absolutely laghu. I have just wasted an hour looking at somebody else how they play a video game. Or wasted an hour on how somebody else pranks their little brother. That's not important to me. Doesn't add any value. Doesn't give me information. Doesn't bring me closer to my ultimate goal in life. And this is where we have to be careful. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He describes mu'mineen and believers, He describes them as قَدْ أَفْلَحَ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ الَّذِينَ هُمْ فِي صَلَاتِهِمْ خَاشِعُونَ وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنِ اللَّغْوِ مُعْرِضُونَ. And those who abandon laghu. This is one of the qualities of the believers. So we really need to reconsider our approach to social media and to this media content, and those who are celebrities that some of us are mesmerized by. We need to really reconsider and try to find that which is beneficial. Our beloved 11th Imam, Hassan Askari alayhi salam, this Imam who had lived for a short period of time, as you all know, 28 years, and he was poisoned and martyred. Of these 28 years, 6 years was the duration of his imamah. In these 6 years, our Imam left many types of great legacies and benefits for us to reflect on and to learn from. Among them is a tafsir that is attributed to him, known as Tafsir al-Askari. This tafsir that is printed and translated to English, although the one that we have received is very small compared to the one that was produced by our beloved Imam, due to the loss of the other parts of this tafsir. But this tafsir is a legacy. Now yes, ulama differ on whether it is indeed for the Imam or not. That's a different story. One of the legacies that he had left for us is this tafsir, which is filled with the unique jewels of wisdom that has been reported by his fathers and forefathers. Our Imam alayhi salam, in the 6 years of his imamah, had worked hard to defend the Holy Quran against those who used to create doubts, and worked during these 6 years to pave the way for his son Al-Hujjat ibn al-Hassan, and to make sure that the Shia are prepared for the greater occultation after the minor occultation. Our beloved Imam Al-Hassan Al-Askari in these 6 years had built a group of righteous ambassadors and righteous figures that will carry on the message after him and be of assistance to his son, our 12th Imam, peace be upon him. In these 6 years, our beloved Imam exerted all of his effort in order to preserve the school of Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam. Salamun alayhi yawma wulida wa yawma istushhida wa yawma yub'athu hayya. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by the honor of this blessed Imam and this blessed birth anniversary, to grant us all the tawfiq, the success to remain firm on this path and to be protected from all types of fitan and deviances. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi at-tayyibin at-tahirin.
Hassan, thank you, Sayyid. Next, we have a exciting announcement to share with the community. I'll invite Muhammad Uncle up. Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad salawat.
My respected elders, brothers and sisters, Salamun Alaikum and Khushali Mubarak. On this auspicious night of the Wiladat night of Imam Hassan al-Askari alayhi salam, Hassan Ali Bhai Mullah and myself am very happy and excited to announce the engagement of our granddaughter Sumayya, daughter of Rayhana and Rizwan Mullah, with Hassan Raza, son of Ali Raza Nayani, and sister Fawzia. Are you here, Hassan? If you can stand up, please. Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Ahsant. Ahsant. Sumayya has a very special place in my heart, a fun and a happy-go-lucky girl. My duas are with her and Hassan. May Allah give them both a very happy, long and prosperous life and accept their hajats and guide them to follow the path of Ahlul Bayt. Ameen. My brothers and sisters, as we all know, as most of you know, that one of our elder of the community, Hassan Ali Bhai, is not well for some time now. And if I'm not mistaken, and I may be wrong, but I think he is the eldest in our community here. I request you to please remember him and all others who are not well in your prayers. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ease their pain and give them shifa. Amen. Afzalus salat. Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat.
Thank you, Muhammad Uncle. Congratulations to the families. Next, we will have our first Qasida, just because they want to make us all late. The ones who are supposed to be before the program, before the majlis. Let us invite Ali and Mahdi with a loud salawat.
أفضل الصلاة محمد وآل محمد اپنی آنکھوں سے ہی دیکھ لینا مفتیوں تم ذرا چلتے چلتے
اپنی آنکھوں سے ہی دیکھ لینا مفتیوں تم ذرا چلتے چلتے
کہ اپنی آنکھوں سے ہی دیکھ لینا مفتیوں تم ذرا چلتے چلتے
اپنی آنکھوں سے ہی دیکھ لینا مفتیوں تم ذرا چلتے چلتے
کہ روند ڈھالیں گے فتوے تمہارے یہ جلوس
ازا چلتے چلتے
اپنی آنکھوں سے ہی دیکھ لینا مفتیوں تم ذرا چلتے چلتے
تو کہ زنجیر یہ کہہ رہے تھے اے یزید اب ہے تیری تباہی
کہ تو کو زنجیر یہ کہہ رہے تھے اے یزید اب ہے تیری تباہی
جس کو بیمار سمجھا تھا تم نے شام تک آ گیا
چلتے چلتے تو کو زنجیر یہ کہہ رہے تھے اے یزید اب ہے تیری تباہی
جس کو بیمار سمجھا تھا تم نے شام تک آ گیا چلتے چلتے
کچھ قدم ہوئے پڑھا شہ کی جانب کچھ قدم شہ پڑھے حر کی جانب
کچھ قدم حر پڑا شہ کی جانب کچھ قدم شہ برے حر کی جانب
بخش دی چند لمحوں میں شہ نے خور کی ساری خطا چلتے چلتے علی 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 اپنی آنکھوں سے ہی دیکھ لینا مفتیوں تم ذرا چلتے چلتے
لگ رہا ہے کہ میری لحد میں کوئی سورج طلوع ہو رہا ہے
کہ لگ رہا ہے کہ میری لحد میں کوئی سورج طلوع ہو رہا ہے
دوستوں نے کفن میں رکھی تھی تھوڑی خاک شفا چلتے چلتے لگ رہا ہے کہ میری لحد میں کوئی سورج طلوع رہا ہے دوستوں نے کفن میں رکھی تھی تھوڑی خاک شفا چلتے چلتے
کہ بولے اصغر ہمک کریے رن میں بابا لے آئے تھے ساتھ ورنہ
بولے اصغر ہمک کریے رن میں بابا لے آئے تھے ساتھ ورنہ میں مدینے بھی ہوتا تو آتا گھٹنیوں کربلا چلتے چلتے
بولے اصغر ہمک کریے رن میں بابا لے آئے تھے ساتھ ورنہ
میں مدینے بھی ہوتا تو آتا گھٹنیوں کربلا چلتے چلتے
اپنی آنکھوں سے ہی دیکھ لینا مفتیوں تم ذرا چلتے چلتے
اپنی آنکھوں سے ہی دیکھ لینا مفتیوں تم ذرا چلتے چلتے
محمد وآل محمد صلوات
Have you ever seen an Iraqi talk Urdu? Things are changing. But Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad salawat.
Mahdi, well done. He's worked very hard. Sayyid, you're next.
He qualifies for a Hoja.
Let's invite Salman with a loud salawat.
افضل السلام محمد وآل محمد پنجتن کے آستانے کی الگ ہی بات ہے 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 یوں تو جنت کی غذا خود بھی تبرک ہے مگر یوں تو جنت کی غذا خود بھی تبرک ہے مگر نظر مولا کہہ کے خانے کی الگ ہی بات ہے پنجتن کے آستانے کی الگ ہی بات ہے پنجتن کے آستانے کی الگ ہی بات ہے پنجتن کے آستانے کی الگ ہی بات ہے عشق حیدر کا جنون کہتا رہا بہلول سے عشق حیدر کا جنو کہتا رہا بہلول سے، مفت میں جنت لٹانے کی الگ ہی بات ہے، پنجتن کے پنجتن کے آستانے کی الگ ہی بات ہے، پنجتن کے آستانے کی الگ ہی بات ہے، پنجتن کے آستانے کی الگ ہی بات ہے۔ بعد تکبیر و رسالت محفل شبیر میں، بعد تکبیر و رسالت محفل شبیر میں، حیدری نعرہ لگانے کی الگ ہی بات ہے۔ پنجتن کے آستانے کی الگ ہی بات ہے، پنجتن کے آستانے کی الگ ہی بات ہے، پنجتن کے آستانے کی الگ ہی بات ہے۔ لا کے ہم کرتے رہے منبر پہ حیدر کی ثنا، لا کے ہم کرتے رہے منبر پہ حیدر کی ثنا، دار سے مدحت سنانے کی الگ ہی بات ہے، پنجتن کے آستانے 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 کی الگ ہی بات ہے۔ صلوات۔